Well, just consulting my notes, and it is all over the place for song number 28 on my fantasy playlist, up from 36 the previous week. Uh, Fantasy playlist of July 3rd, 2011, and just bear with me. My nose has been real runny, been having an allergy problem this afternoon for some reason. But song number 28, Blake Shelton. Honeybee. Had this on my fantasy playlist for weeks back in the summer of 2011. It's just a easygoing rockin' country record. Blake Shelton. He debuted this song when he was co-hosting the American Country Music Awards. He debuted this song. And after he debuted it, after the telecast, the song was available for downloads. It shot up to #1 on iTunes Country Singles Chart. And that's not all. It debuted on Billboard's Hot 100 at number 13. Not the country charts, the Hot 100 at number 13. Based on sales. It wasn't played on the pop stations. It was just simply based on sales. And 139,000 downloads the first week of release, I believe. That beat out a record that was set by Trace Atkins back in 2008 when he did You're Gonna Miss This. His was 100,000 copies. We're talking about male solo country artists. Now, this is how this song came about. It was written by a couple of guys, Rhett Akins is Akins, and Ben Hayslip. Akins and Hayslip, they were just sitting around. They were just trying to come up with ideas for a song. It just wasn't clicking. And it's just frustrating when the creativity doesn't kick in. You're just sitting there just waiting for the muse to come, and it doesn't come. Well, what do? Atkins picked up a copy of Billboard magazine. He flipped through it. He came across an article about Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas. Now, if you know anything about Mike Huckabee, he ran as a presidential candidate in 2008 for the Republican Party. He's very musically inclined. He had his own show on the Fox network, and he brought in bands. There was a segment on the show where he'd bring in bands or artists, musical artists, and sometimes he'd play his bass guitar with the artists featured on his show on the Fox network. I don't know if he's still got his show on the Fox network because he's running for president again, as this is now 2015. But this article in Billboard was about Mike Huckabee putting together an album or recording some music. And Atkins thought it said Huckleberry. So he started writing a song based around Huckleberry, and then it was a honeysuckle, and then it was Honeybee. There you go. There's your hit record. Number 30, Blake Shelton with Honeybee. No, I take that back at number 28. Fantasy Playlist, July 3rd, 2011.